G'day YouTube, Warbles on a lot here. It's about 4 hours since I started making videos this morning, and the first video I made, I showed you my rain gauges and my rainfall records, and I talked about the drought that we're having, which is not actually an El Nino drought. Well, I guess I got to say to you that it seems like I may have found a whole new way to do an effective rain dance. What you do is go and make a movie talking about how dry it is, because here I am 4 hours after I showed you an empty rain gauge with a spider living in it. And now, accompanied by the sounds of thunder, you can see that there's almost a third of an inch of actual water in the rain gauge, and the spider has had to lift his game and shift higher up the glass. I'm out here walking around, but as you can see, the cascade system has put some water into the top tank, and with the actual event rain gauge sitting on 10 millimetres and 38 millimetres of runoff at per each every millimetre of rainfall onto the roof of the hut, as well as 10 litres of rainfall arriving vertically from the sky into each buoy wall tank per millimetre. I figure the bottom one has just got 100 litres fall into it. The top one's had 100 litres fall into it and 380 litres piped into it. Slightly less than that in reality, of course, because first we had to fill up the cascade tank and the drinking water tank. But I think you say safely, out of a potential 580 litres, I've probably got at least 500 and maybe 550 added to my storage here at the hut. And of course, during the little rainfall event, the micro topography of the forest floor has rearranged itself into little rills serving as dam walls, holding back the runoff and causing it to soak into the soil. In order for this phenomenon to occur reliably, one requires a forest to generate the micro debris, which is what actually forms the structures which retains the water. Once you cut down the trees, you don't have these tiny little organic particles free to float downstream until they wedge between two larger already stuck particles in order to form the structures which hold the water and allow it to soak in rather than run off and create erosion by having high-speed flows cutting into the landscape. As it does. So, there you go. The mad scientist, fool on the hill, hillbilly hermit, eccentric, reclusive, loud-mouthed green extremist is now, instead of standing in a bushfire fuel bomb, I'm standing in a forest that has just reconfigured itself in order to prevent runoff, stop erosion, and soak the moisture into the soil. And I'm really glad that after consistently rain dancing, finally, I've got an answer. I didn't get 140 kilometre an hour winds. I didn't get hailstones the size of cricket balls. I didn't get my aeroplane turned upside down and busted. I didn't get a lightning strike because I don't have a coal-fired electric air conditioner, I guess. Some people like to pretend that karma laws don't function. Some people like to think that cosmic scoreboard effect is a figment of a deranged imaginitis. I figure if you try to be part of the solution instead of part of the problem, then whatever God theory might be operating in the universe is going to give you a slightly easier run if possible. Just tweak the pressure here, tweak the temperature there, make the hailstones go somewhere where they don't hit the person who voted green because that person cares about global warming. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. Warbles on a lot to YouTube. Ciao.